Welcome to Digital Champions TV, where we discuss innovative strategies with today's leading marketers. Today, I am excited. I get to meet with Cristin McGrath, CEO and Chief Strategy Officer over at DGM and VYZ, based in Charleston, South Carolina. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you, Greg, for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Now, for anyone who doesn't know your agency, heaven forbid, tell us how you started and what inspired your approach to the social media space the way that you do.
Yeah, of course. So I actually started a company called Visionary back in 2016. And over the course of my career, I've met so many amazing and intelligent folks from production and paid, and I kind of just have been keeping them close to me. And one of those connections owns his own agency called Diamond Grade Media. And between us, we've now kind of joined forces. This is actually the first announcement, so this is exciting. But DGMVYZ is a joint collaboration venture between Visionary and Diamond Grade. So now our clients get the best of both worlds of high-level social strategy plus award-winning production.
Wow. So they're getting the best of both worlds, really. I mean, you've won awards for your work. You've been around for a while. You provide amazing services, which is why you're here. So tell us, how are your services changing? What are you going to be offering, and what kind of clients are you ready to take on?
Yes, one of my favorite questions. So really what sets my philosophy for social media and community management apart from a lot of the bigger shops is that focus on genuine engagement. My career actually came up in the community management space. I was a baby community manager all the way back in 2008. And that's when community management was so important because the channels hadn't really become so sophisticated with their paid media model yet. So when you were community managing and engaging with the fans, that was helping your organic algorithms and everything was great. And since that time, so probably over the course of the last 15 or so years, the industry has taken a very stark kind of shift and really just focuses on vanity metrics now. And that doesn't move the needle. And I know clients are excited by the sexy big numbers, but we're really in the business of helping those mid-sized companies, small startups, understand the value of social so that it's not just, oh, look, we got 1 million views on this TikTok. It's, we got 500,000 views on this TikTok. And of those 500,000 views, 5,000 people purchased. That's what we're in the business of doing. We want to make sure that all of the social strategy, the production, the creative, all helps to drive the bottom line. We're not in the business of just driving views.
Yeah, which is such a wonderful approach to be able to take, right? Unfortunately, this industry is plagued, and I say plagued, I realize that sounds tropey, but really there's a plague here, where a lot of marketers in general will use the vanity metrics as this real, authority builder. They'll throw things out that make it sound a lot better than it actually was. Where the performance marketers, or your agency, for instance, really base it off of the actual results, which is the only way to go, in my opinion.
I cannot agree more. Over the past, I would say 15, 16 years, I've worked at some of the biggest agencies. Some of them were phenomenal, and kudos to them for being awesome and driving the market. But some of the agencies that I have had the pleasure of working at, they really do kind of take advantage of clients. They build up those vanity metrics. They pay for public relations agencies to get them into industry publications. But at the end of the day, you're not selling the product. So the client will be happy for a brief period of time until it comes time for those quarterly sales reviews. And they might have just paid an agency $1 million to do something really freaking cool. But if that didn't convert to sales, then what was the purpose, right?
Yeah, there was no purpose behind it other than to look cool, get a great campaign, whatever it might be, appear on whatever Adweek, or not bashing Adweek or anything, appear on these great big magazines and everything else. But at the end of the day, they never made their money back because they weren't focusing on the right metrics.
Yeah, I mean, I think the strongest case study that I've seen for that model is the smokeless stove that they had Snoop Dogg as the spokesperson for it, and it was such a cool campaign, and it made so much sense creatively. But in the end of the day, they didn't sell their stoves. And I think it might be because the team that came up with the campaign came up with a cool idea, but didn't back it with data, didn't back it with audience insights. A $700 stove, that's a very expensive piece of equipment that, maybe Snoop's audience doesn't resonate with. There might have been some research that was lacking in that, but that campaign went on to win Cannes Awards. So, it's very unique in our industry where clients do get very excited about the sexy, cool things, but then they get mad about 6 months later and fire their CMO when there was no sales conversion. So it's a very balancing act that we have to do every day.
Absolutely. Well, and you're doing an amazing job at doing so. We are all excited over here to see this launch and see the progress that's made. And then also see your results, see the quality of work that you're providing already resonate even broader. So for anybody considering entering into the industry or anything, I highly recommend watching Cristin McGrath and Diamond Grade Media, as well, DGM and VYZ, right? I highly recommend watching this company as they go. For more information for DGM and VYZ, visit digitalchampionstv.com.